Hello, this is Matt Kilgo, Firearms Program Attorney for U.S. Law Shield here in Georgia. The question today is whether a private employer can restrict your right to own a gun. Well, a private employer can't restrict your right to own a gun, but what a private employer can do is restrict the places that you can carry a gun. Now let's talk about two different locations. Let's talk about the building where you work and the parking lot where you park when you go there. If you work in a building and you travel there every day, your employer can restrict your entry with a firearm. The employer has the same rights as the private property owner or the person in legal control of the property when they have a lease or a rental agreement. They can exclude you if you want to bring a firearm in, and they can eject you if they find you inside with a firearm. So if we're talking about the building, then yes, your employer can restrict your entry or your right to stay in the building with a firearm. Now let's talk about the parking lot, because that's a different location, it's a different issue. If it's an unsecured parking lot, meaning no gates, no guards, no bars, nothing to wall the parking lot off from the public and nothing to secure access to it, then the employer cannot restrict you from keeping a firearm in your car. As a matter of fact, they cannot condition your employment upon any agreement that would prohibit you from entering the parking lot with a firearm when it's in your private owned motor vehicle, you have a weapons carry license, and the firearm is in a locked, out of sight location, such as the glove box or the trunk. So if it's an unsecured parking lot, you can bring a firearm in, but you must have a weapons carry license, it must be in your private passenger motor vehicle, and you have to keep it locked and out of sight. You can't keep an employer from searching a company car, but you can keep an employer from searching your private car. Employers can't do that. Only police officers can with probable cause, or employers if you give them permission. Now, if it's a secured parking lot, it's a little different story. If the employer provides a secure parking facility with gates and fences and guards, then they can restrict your ability to bring a firearm into the parking lot, and they can condition your employment upon an agreement that you won't do so. Not only that, they can search your car if it's a secured parking facility, but searches must be uniform and frequent, meaning everyone gets searched and they have to be frequent searches. So to sum up, an employer can keep you out of the building if you have a firearm, but can't keep the firearm out of your car unless it's a secured parking facility or you're driving a company car.